What's good, YouTube world? It's Coffee back with another one, man, in NFL blog, some NFL news for y'all. And here you guys see this wild-ish going down right here, man. If you caught my video at the conclusion of the Bills-Dolphins game, and Dolphins fans, again, congrats. Y'all got it. Y'all won. You know what I mean? You guys won. I'm saying no excuses, though. I'm not worried about the Fins. Fellow Bills Mafia, chime in. Again, you got to win. It's the NFL. All that matters is a win. You know, what goes in the win column and the loss column for the standings. And the Dolphins did indeed get that W and sit at 1-0 atop the AFC East. But I'm truly not worried about them. This Bills team, we know what we got here, and it took our whole secondary being out, depleted offensive line players going in and out of the game, heat exhaustion. It was absolutely wild. But if you guys caught that video that I did, you saw that melee going on as everyone was exiting the field. There was a Dolphins fan just wiling out, seemed to be inebriated as well as possibly geeked up off some of that chi-chi, get the yayo. And, he was jumping in Bills fan, fuck you, pussies, enjoy the flight home, this, that, and the third. And I was really thinking to myself, oh, man, this is going to be bad. There is going to be some brawls outside the game. And let's keep it a buck. Like, comment, guys, who've went to football games. I'm sure you've seen your fair share of fights. I know in Buffalo, last time I was at a game, like, you can't even buy alcohol after halftime. You know what I'm saying? You get patted down when you come in that place. Like, they really try to limit how drunk everyone can be, because motherfuckers is tailgating before the game. It's a whole situation, and there's been times people were kicked out of the game for being too drunk, and, now they got to get you to your destination because at one point in time a guy wandered off and drowned in the woods. Like, it gets wild at football games, and, like, I don't want to see no one fighting, but it does happen. And, we don't know. We're looking at this video here and we see some Dolphins fans jumping a Bills fan. It's like his wife's trying to break it up. People are stomping him out, kicking him in the head, in the face. It's wild, like, I don't know how it came to this. We don't know what happened. We don't know who started it, but it just seems so senseless to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck, but comment, guys, let me know your thoughts. I haven't even been on Bill's Twitter today. I'm sure there probably is some people tweeting about this, but what the fuck, man? They're just jumping this guy. Reportedly, no one was arrested or anything like that, but I just saw this going down. When I saw the energy coming out of that stadium, like, this can happen at any football game, but based on what I was seeing, I really was feeling like this could happen, but comment with your thoughts, comment what you've experienced at football games and stuff like that, let's talk. And moving along, talking a little more about the Bills, something that we saw, as I stated, it still did come down to the wire, even with all the injuries, all the guys leaving. Bills fans, what do you think's going to happen? How are we going to replace Micah Hyde? That still blows my mind that Hyde is out for the season and Dane Jackson is coming back. Like, I thought Hyde was just shook up, but it turned out to be much more serious than that. But let me know what you guys think it's going to be looking like. That injury bug is a motherfucker. It has derailed some great NFL teams' seasons when they seemed like they were primed for greatness. Will we be able to overcome it? What do y'all think? Let me know. But not our very last possession, the possession prior to that, where we took the ball all the way down to like the one. We all saw this pass. This is when Ken Dorsey, our offensive coordinator, went berserk up in the booth, and Josh Allen put it in the dirt or the artificial turf, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it was all there. It was right there for us. Isaiah McKenzie open. The route looked perfect. Everything, like, and Josh knew right away that ball got away from him. You seen him fall to the ground, upset, furious, very emotional. And, then we heard word that he had some kind of hand injury. I guess during the game, he got it caught on a face mask or a helmet. It got real physical out there, man. It really did. I wish Josh wouldn't have took that one penalty where he twisted dude's face mask. Like, no doubt they were playing dirty in the pile. That happens all the time as well. But, you know, these Finns were extra scrappy, you know, trying to do what they could to take Allen out the game or get in his head. And I get it. You got to get your revenge. You got to get your payback. But the way Allen did it, it was like in plain sight of the refs. It was just like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, pass his number off to one of your linemen or something. Like, yo, number, he needs to get one. You know what I mean? But anyways, Josh seemed really unlike himself. It was just a messed up game. The vibes were all off, you know. And even with all that, like I keep saying, it came down to the fucking wire. Again, I know almost don't mean ish except for horseshoes and hand grenades. But, you know, the update here is basically that he had some kind of hand injury, and I believe that may be indeed what affected that play there. That bad throw, you know, very un-Josh Allen-like. But they x-rayed him, and, you know, he was saying he was good after the game. But even with the x-ray and everything, they said it came back negative. So probably just bruised up, jammed a finger or something. I don't know, you know. I tell you, I still just cannot believe the way we saw these guys falling out of the game. Like, it was the craziest ish I ever heard. And I was just talking with my buddy Juan Vega, and he was saying, Jay, after the renovations at the Dolphins Stadium, did you hear about, he was saying he heard that the shade is more on the visiting team's sideline. But I heard it was the other way around. I heard that it's like a home field advantage thing, that the Finns get the shade while the opposing team burns away in the Florida sunshine. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Josh Allen's all right. Comment, everyone, with your thoughts about the game. Again, what do you think things are going to look like with these injuries? What's going to be the answer? I'm curious. I want to know about it all, guys. Please comment. Now, speaking of injuries, something else that went down out there that was a bit suspect, a bit shady. We were all like, whoa, what in the fuck is that all about? You know, Tua early in the game, I think Milano got flagged for it, you know, knocked Tua down, and you see his head whip back, hit the ground. He got up, looked like a punch-drunk boxer. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, in a boxing match like that is when they get up for the standing 8 count and fall back down, and the ref's like, okay, that's it. It's over. Knockout. You win, you know? That's what it looked like. And Tua was took out of the game, and we were all shocked to see him back quick. As far as possession-wise, it actually was longer because the Bills had the ball for a long time after that. But we were all like, what in the fuck? Like, how is Tua back? That don't make sense. You know what I mean? And we know, like, player safety, concussion protocol, and all that good stuff. And reportedly, they said he passed the test. Well, seems there's an investigation being opened up. You know, like, what was protocol followed properly? Did some funny business go down here? As they ended up saying, oh, it was like back spasms. His back was fucked up. Like, I mean, listen, I got a bad back. I got a bad everything. You know what I mean? I'm in pain all the time. But it's like, can a back, like, I mean, obviously back pain can make you buckle and fall to the ground. But the way that play went down, the way Tua fell, the way he, you know, originally hit his head on the ground, the way he fell after that, like, that looked like he got his bell rung to me. So, I don't know. They're saying this investigation could take like 2 weeks to conclude. What I will say, though, is, you know, when it comes to this concussion stuff, it's independent neurologists that do it. Like, it's not a guy with the team. So, I don't know, you know, just have that in mind when you think of this. But what do you guys think? Was there some funny business that went down? If there was, I don't know what exactly will be the penalty other than maybe a fine. Dolphins just coming off being docked draft picks and fined big time for all that tampering they were doing. Now they're back in the hot seat, so to speak. I don't know. We'll have to keep you guys updated on this. And how about this, guys? This is real interesting to me, okay? Cole Beasley. I love this dude, man. I loved having him on my squad with the Bills. I really hate that things went left the way that it did. You know, Cole was on his soapbox on Twitter all the time, speaking out against, you know, all the HEALTHCRISIS-ish that was going on, and, you know, the TREATMENT and in the league and all the ish that was going on with that. He wasn't feeling it. We'll kind of leave that at that. But I don't know, at some point things went bad between him and the Bills organization. And again, I hated this. Like, I loved having Cole with the Bills. Like, this guy always got open. He brought a lot of energy to the team. He's just a hell of an athlete. And I don't know, you'd always see him on Twitter arguing with people. You'd see him speaking his mind, and he'd swear up and down and say, listen, I've been in the league. I got my money. I'm good. I'm not afraid if I get blackballed. That he proclaimed that there was a lot of players that felt the same way but would not speak out, for fear of being blackballed, that they really didn't get the money they were supposed to get yet. So they would sit back and kind of be company men, so to speak. And Cole was like, fuck that, I'll speak out for everyone. And long story short, the relationship between him and the Bills organization soured. He asked for a trade. No trade partner. We cut him. He's been a free agent ever since. I miss that he actually signed with the Buccaneers and played in the game. 3 receptions, 4 targets, only 12 yards. I'm surprised, that's all Tom could connect with him on. But, I mean, he just got to work the chemistry and everything. But peep this. This is interesting. He actually could end up being a member of the New York Giants. And, for fellow Bills fans, you guys are already knowing that Brian DeBall's with the Giants, and there's been a lot of ex-Bills ending up over there, Feliciano and some other dudes and everything like that. Our old offensive coordinator, Brian DeBall, head coach. So it seems, he was eyeing Cole or whatever, because this is how he could end up with the Giants, right? When Tampa signed him, they didn't sign him right to the active roster. They put him on the practice squad, which they have a pretty solid wide receiver core, But when game time came, they activated him to the active roster. He played, and then I believe they deactivated him now is what's going on. And reports are stating that the Giants been pursuing him. They want him. There's been some other teams interested, but Cole's kind of pissed because, listen, we know the NFL's all a business, okay? And, Cole had stated before, during this whole time he's been a free agent since leaving Buffalo, that there has been interest in him. He just hasn't been interested in the money. And that's what we're hearing now is teams are reaching out, but they're offering, the veteran minimum, whatever he would get. And Cole's like, he's had $50 million contracts and stuff. So it's like teams want him, but they feel like they can get him at a discount because of all the controversy and everything. They're like, yo, we can save some bucks and get a good player. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this? How do you think he'd fit in with the Giants? I mean, he could really do his thing over there. Their wide receiver situation ain't the greatest. Buccaneers got good receivers. Nonetheless, in my opinion, Cole always bring something extra to a team. But I don't know. This is just an interesting situation. Let me know what you guys think about it. And then to close things out, man, it seems the NFL is finally doing away with the Pro Bowl, which they should have been done. It's become a joke, and we all know this. Like, back in the day, the Pro Bowl was a big deal. These guys really went out there and played. But as times went on, no one gives a fuck about it. They feel it's a meaningless game. No one wants to put their body on the line. And, it got stupid, too. Remember, they were doing it before the Super Bowl. So, like, a lot of guys that were on Super Bowl squads wouldn't play, and then alternates would come in the game. It's just meaningless, and they're doing away with it. I believe this is starting next year, or I don't know if they're saying next year, like this season, but next year in February, or it's just next year. I don't know, but they're going to have a week skills-long competition, and then also have a flag football game. So, I that's how they should do it, man. Like, it's a shame that it's come down to that, but it's like that in all sports, right? Do guys not give a fuck about all-star games, Pro Bowl games no more? Let me know what you think. But something else that caught my eye that was a bit interesting to me is that the NFL is trying to get in the 2028 LA Olympic Games flag football to be an Olympic sport. It's kind of interesting. What do y'all think? About all these topics. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to sub up. It's been Coffee with another one. Much love. Stay tuned. More videos dropping. As always, music, news, sports, and more. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.